Hey everyone, it's Steve. I wanted to do a quick wrap-up video here on 2020 and a look ahead at what I plan to do on the channel in 2021. Well, 2020 was obviously an interesting year for everyone. A lot happened with the pandemic and everything, but it did allow me to spend a little bit more time at home. I was pretty much working from home the entire year from mid-March onward. And so I had a little bit more time during the day, to work a few minutes here and there on some of my layout projects. And so I completed a total of 4 projects that were started during the course of the year and finished during the year. And then I also finished up the 1x6 Fidatio scale switching layout. So 5 layout projects done this year. So pretty productive there. 32 videos I put out on the channel this year. So a lot of videos this year. I also redid the website. So if you haven't looked at that lately, you may check that out. steves-trains.com if you haven't seen that. A link below as well in the description. So a lot going on there as well. And so overall, a pretty productive year. A lot of cool things were accomplished with the various layout projects. And hopefully 2021 will bring more of the same. Obviously, with the pandemic and things will be evolving with my work schedule. And so I kind of really don't know how that will progress during the course of the year. But at least initially here, not a whole lot will likely change. I'll still be working from home for a while, so hopefully I'll have a little bit more time than normal to work on the layout projects going forward here for at least the first half of 2021. I do plan to do at least 2 or 3 layouts this year. One will be this 3x5 foot end scale layout you see here in the background. Here's a closer look at that. This layout, I actually saw a similar one on a Facebook group that I'm on for micro and small train layouts. And I really liked the layout design, and here's a picture of it here as well. And so I wanted to do something similar, and so I kind of worked up a slightly larger version using Unitrack that is 3x5 feet. So I'll have a larger minimum radius, an 11-inch minimum radius instead of like a 9.5 or whatever. And also a second loop around that will have a 13.7-inch minimum radius. So that will allow me to run more things. I want to be able to run some passenger trains and things like that. And so that will give me a space to be able to do that. And also if I do some reviews on things, I can actually have a layout that'll have a large enough minimum radius to be able to run pretty much anything I'll need to want to test out. And so that'll be a layout project I'll be working on. Also another one likely in the mix too. I have several people that want me to build layout projects for them this year, and so I'll try to do at least a couple of those if I can. I'm also planning on doing a bridge diorama. It's going to be the Grand Junction Bridge in Boston, so like a 17 by 30 inch roughly diorama of that bridge, basically for just displaying train cars on at a store. And so I'll be working on that at some point this year as well. And I'm going to try to do more reviews this year. I did one recently at an Ather and Genesis GP38-2. I got quite a few things for Christmas that I'll be using for projects or on the layouts. I got another locomotive. I got a 3D printer, which will be fun to use. I'll have some videos on that as well. I got a new soldering iron set up, a new cool helping hands thing for helping with soldering and other small projects, and other odds and ends and tools and various miscellaneous, train-related stuff. So I'll be trying to do some reviews on a lot of these items during the course of the year to kind of add some content to the channel, since a lot of times my layouts take a long time to build. I had a whole bunch of videos on a bunch of layouts that kind of all wrapped up around the same time during this past fall. But, it takes a long time to do these layout projects, so, usually several months. And so this way I'll have some additional content that I can kind of work in during the course of the year in between a lot of these layout projects. But I will have updates on the projects as I'm working on them, but still this will allow me to have at least a couple videos a month, if not more, since a lot of times those layouts do take a long time to progress on during the course of the year. So some cool things there. Also, I'm going to start putting some videos on the 24trains.tv site as well. That's a new site that came up about a year ago, and they reached out to me to ask if they could put some of my videos on that channel. And it's actually a pretty cool site. They do have not just videos, but also quite a few magazines you can look at. They don't have like Model Railroader on there, but they have, some of the British Railway magazines and things like that, which are kind of cool to look at. There's some German ones too, which aren't in English, but you might still be able to get some ideas from that. So it's kind of a cool website to check out. I'll have a link to that below. If you actually do sign up, you do get a discount using the ID that I have listed below. So something to check out if you're looking for more content to view and magazines to read and that kind of thing, especially if you're spending a lot more time at home the next several months still. So Again, I'll be putting some content on there. For the most part, initially it'll just be the same thing that I have on YouTube, but there won't be any ads on it on the 24 Trains TV site. So that'll be one thing there. I'm also starting up a page on the website that has track plans. You can see this one here showing that one layout. Right now I have maybe half a dozen track plans on there, but as I work on layout projects, I'll put those up there as well, all in one place. Look for updates there for additional layout plans if you're just looking for ideas. Right now they're all N scale, but I'll have a page as well that has HO scale plans, and kind of, this will just get built up over time. And so there's not a lot there now, but, a year from now I'll probably have, a few dozen layout plans, if not more. So something to check out on the website as well. But anyway, that's just kind of a quick look ahead. Again, just hopefully I can keep the content rolling here in 2021 and get some exciting new layout projects. For the most part, again, the layout projects I'll be working on this coming year will be a little bit bigger, a little bit more involved, so I probably won't be doing as many of them. Even though 3 by 5 feet isn't that big, it's a lot bigger than an 18 by 24 inch layout or a 2 by 3 foot layout, and so it does definitely take a lot more time to do in terms of building. But anyway, do look forward to a lot of those projects, since I'm going to be starting them up here hopefully during January, and then I'll be having updates on those every few weeks or whatever during the course of the year. And so hopefully some exciting content coming up for 2021. But anyway, that's all for this little update video. I hope everyone has a great New Year's holiday, a great 2021, and hopefully you can all have a really great year for your modeling efforts and things like that, and just an overall enjoyable year and a healthy year, hopefully, as well for all of you guys. Anyway, that's all, and thanks for watching. Bye.